Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Thursday, August 31st, and that is like my 27th time doing that today. And I am absolutely thrilled, as usual, to be joined alongside Eddie K. Eddie, how you doing today?
Amazing. How are you today?
Doing good. Shout out to everyone in the chat, Mr. Bonesy, Jason, the
Jason Lang.
Rookies podcast. Everyone, thank you so much for showing up today. Do be sure to smash that like button if you have not yet done so. Do be sure to do that. Hit the subscribe button. Everything's going great. We got a lot to talk about in baseball. And when I say a lot every week. But this week, we got a lot to talk about.
All right, I'll kick it off with the storylines this week. We're gonna start.
Wait. We gotta hit the transition first. Jump the gun fast.
I'll start it off with the storylines now this week. We are talking about the Wild West. Hello, talk about the West now. The race is crazy. I mean,
the race is going to go down to the end. The Rangers last night, it's like they just dropped to third place. It's crazy. Any other, they'd be in first place in practically many of the divisions in baseball right now.
Mariners
Rangers in third place, Mariners, Astros.
Mariners
They're all up there, really doing a lot. It's really going to be a tight race down to the end. I really think the West is going to be crazy. What do you think about the West?
I think it's going to be a tight race all the way down to the end. We almost saw this with the NL East in the last couple weeks last year where the Braves and the Mets were fighting for a spot, but we know the Braves took it. I don't think the Mariners can hold the spot for that long. I ultimately think the Astros are going to win the division. I think the Mariners maybe drop the second. I don't think the Mariners they can hold it for that much longer. I don't know.
I don't think the Astros just have the pitching right now to do it. I think it's. I think both the Rangers.
Verlander is so good. Like late in the season when
he can't carry a whole pitching staff. He can't carry a whole pitching staff.
No, he can't. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I think the Astros take it honestly, and I think the Rangers are close third. Mariners second though.
I think the Mariners take the division, Rangers in second, Astros in third. It's not any biasness against the Astros. I can guarantee you that. I really couldn't care any less about that. It's more just I think the depth. I cared about it. Now
there's some bias there.
Right now, it doesn't affect me. Everyone knows
that's like me saying.
Everyone knows I'm more of a baseball fan than a Yankees fan.
That's like me saying I would love for the Braves to win the division.
No, not at all.
But it's gonna happen. So
the way that I'm looking at this right now is I think right now the Rangers and the Mariners both have more depth than the Astros.
I wouldn't want the Braves to win the division. I mean,
all right. I want to shift over the NL West. The NL West is also crazy. You got the Diamondbacks. I love when young teams do well. That's like one of my favorite thing. Diamondbacks doing well, incredible. They kind of fell off though, really disappointing. Then the Giants up there, probably like one of the wild card competitors, and then obviously the Dodgers, who won 24 games in 1 month, and that's a record.
Yeah, I mean the Dodgers are hot right now. I feel like I always say this, but I feel like the Dodgers always have such a good team.
No matter who's on the field, they're always good.
They're so deep. I mean, just being a Dodger, it's just like you absorb the baseball, being good at baseball energy. It's weird, but I mean, the Dodgers always have a good team. Like I don't even know how to pinpoint that, but they're just always good.
When they sign Ohtani next year, it's going to be even crazier. They did nothing this offseason. It's like, what makes you think not?
Yeah. I mean, they really didn't do a whole lot in the offseason, and they're still such a good team. So it's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
They're always so good, and I feel like they don't even have to compete, honestly. I feel like they're always top of the NL, whatever, It's
What do you mean they don't have to compete? Of course they have to compete. That's how they
No, I mean I just mean they're usually not battling.
I'm playing with you.
They're usually not battling with any other team besides the Braves.
No. They're fully battling.
With the Braves now.
Remember 2 years ago they were battling with the Giants.
Yeah, and I guess
Like,
last year with
that was crazy.
last year with the Mets.
The Giants and the Dodgers,
But
that wasn't a battle. The Mets
it's
and the
almost
Dodgers
like
wasn't a battle.
they're already either
Pause. Did you just call the Mets and the Dodgers a battle last year?
last year,
No.
bro. Top of the NL.
The Mets were not top of the NL last year.
What are you talking? You don't remember that?
The Mets, they were a wild card team last year.
For a little while, they were.
Okay, for a little while. I'm talking about the end of the season right now.
Okay, yeah, the end of the season they were a wild card team.
Yeah, I'm saying okay, the Phillies, the Dodgers last year. Who was their competitor? It's always the Braves. The Braves are always their competitor.
Yeah, the Braves are
2 years ago, the Giants.
I just feel like
Dodgers
it's
crazy.
either like they end up in first or second. It's not really competition.
Eh.
It's not competition. I don't know.
The backs are coming up. You have the Padres and Giants always there. They will have competition. I have a little hot take early here. I know it's your segment, but I have a little hot take real quick. I think the Padres drop a little missile on the Dodgers and make a move on Shohei Ohtani. I think that's like AJ Preller's way of saying like, I'm not leaving. Don't.
LA Yankee King said, "Don't sleep on the Mariners getting Ohtani." Interesting.
You didn't like my idea of the Padres getting Ohtani, so you revamped to the Mariners getting Ohtani. Interesting. I see the Mariners.
You think?
But
if the Mariners won, if the Mariners
who is their
division,
DH by the way? Who's the Mariners DH? Do they have a DH right now, like a designated DH?
Cal Raleigh.
He's a catcher.
Harry Ford's not on the team.
Yeah, exactly. This is my point. Like, I guess you could.
I think Harry Ford catches and Raleigh's the DH. No. Ty France plays first. Like they don't really have any other talent.
Ty France might. Yeah, I do see that. That's an interesting call.
No, France plays first, and then I think Raleigh's probably the DH.
Should we go with the quick power rankings, or should we say this for the offseason? I feel like this is a topic for the offseason. Yeah. All right. Stay tuned for the offseason. We'll talk some Ohtani there. I'll give you a little preview. I'll go my top 2 power rankings. I got Dodgers 1. I hate to say it, I have Mets 2. But then
power
sleeper
rankings for what?
For getting Ohtani. And then sleeper, my sleeper ones, Padres and no, stop. I have a crazy call.
Mariners are
I have San Francisco 1, Mariners 2.
That's interesting.
He wants to stay on the West Coast.
Dodgers, Padres.
As your regular?
As my sleeper.
That's your sleeper.
Because I really don't think he would want to come to New York with
he doesn't, but I feel like the teams that have the money are the Dodgers and the Mets.
The Mets and I don't know, the Orioles.
It's a good sleeper. I like that.
Yeah, I feel like with how good they've been recently, it's
you can't deny the young teams that have the money and haven't spent them, like the Diamondbacks, the Reds. Sunil's in the chat.
Don't sleep on the D-backs winning the World Series in 2024. LA Yankee King said,
yeah.
What?
I like that.
That's interesting.
I like that. I like the Diamondbacks a lot. Yeah. Like a lot. All right. I guess I've been waiting to talk about this. Like I'm not gonna say I haven't.
We could talk about some Yankees.
All right, let's talk some Yankees.
We got a Met on here later.
Jason Dominguez.
Is that a hockey puck?
No, this is camera cover. It does feel like one though. Jason Dominguez gets the call up. It's crazy to me. I'm gonna go on a weird way. I want to hear what the chat thinks about this. I think it was a bad move the Yankees calling up Dominguez right now. You kind of see what I'm saying? It's like you're rushing him like crazy, man.
Oh, the Yankees?
Yeah, you're rushing Dominguez.
Yeah, you could say the same about Volpe too.
No, Volpe, he at least had some time in AAA. Dominguez had literally 7 days.
I think Volpe was also rushed.
Okay, but not Dominguez is crazy. 7 days in AAA. I get he was good. Give him some time. That's nuts.
I mean, if they want him to play a little bit in the majors, now would probably be the best time for it, though.
It would.
He's not. He's not going to be on the opening day roster next year, though.
Who? Yes, he will.
I don't think so.
That would be a dumb decision. That would be stupid. If they call him up now and don't have him on I would go off on that.
The same thing happened with Brett Beatty. Last year they called up Beatty late in the year. It was August something.
King Twister says, "What's up, guys? My dark horse team. Sorry for interrupting you. My dark horse team to sign Ohtani is the Astros in free agency. I don't know if they have enough in the
Shane. What's up, Shane?
I don't know if they have enough to do that.
Listen,
all right, go back to your point on Beatty.
Okay, yeah, where was I at? Beatty, right? Talking about Beatty. They called up Beatty late in the year.
But that's a mistake.
He got started out in AAA because he would have been rushed. Come on. Tell me he would.
So why'd they bring him up in the first place? What was the point of it? Sending a player up and down.
Just to get
tell me that doesn't mess up your confidence.
To get him some MLB playing time.
All right. Tell me this. Let's say you're asked to call. You're calling the Mets end of the season games. We're calling 25 games. You got to call in the off season. You're ready to go back next season. You got to call in the off season. Sorry, we have someone taking the job for a little bit. You're gonna feel disgusting.
It doesn't matter how you feel. Does. You need to play in AAA.
So let him develop in AAA.
That's what I'm saying.
So why do they call him up now? That's my point. I'm not
so
saying
he gets some playing time, so he knows what the majors are like. That's what they did the same thing with Beatty, so he knows what the majors are like.
The Mets were in playoff contention.
He goes back down to AAA, hits 330, whatever, pumps 10 homers in his first whatever games, gets called up. Okay. You wouldn't be mad at that?
At what?
I mean, the Yankees got to have a big offseason if they want to compete.
Obviously.
Yeah. So if they're going to have a big offseason, there's no need for Dominguez.
There fully is. Keep him as your center fielder. I guess it's a test. It's a test this month.
No.
All right, chat. I want to hear your opinions.
I
want to hear the opinions. I want to hear the opinions.
LA Yankee King said Braves called their guys up from AA. Yeah, Braves are just good like that. So
yeah. That's crazy. Nah, I think that's too much. That's crazy. Calling your guys up from.
Just tell me you wouldn't have him be more comfortable if he had playing time in the end of the season when it doesn't matter for the Yankees now, because it doesn't matter. Let's be honest. This season is gone for the Yankees. So if the season's gone, might as well call him up now, get some playing time in the majors, and then call him up when he's ready next year. Honestly, get him some more time in AAA.
Who, Dominguez?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
What you just argued against me for?
No, I thought you just said don't. I saw you said hold him in AAA till the end of the season. Is that not what you just said?
No, I said call him up like Beatty. So no. He's not playing like.
Moving on.
Just listen for a second. He's not playing like opening week, first month, whatever. Then call him up. Then ease him back in.
Nah, I don't.
Yes, then ease him back. Yeah, exactly. Ease him back in. Come on. Then he'll have some.
You're easing him in now. That's what you're doing. That's kind of the point.
Yeah, they're easing him in when the team, they suck. When the team sucks, like.
Yeah, right here. I still disagree.
They also should be able to send him down, and then call him back up after when he's actually ready.
Salute. All right, can we move on? Angels.
Talk about a different AL team. We got the Angels here.
Let's talk about the Angels. We actually just before this we hopped on with Jeff Fletcher, the Angels beat writer. Mm-hmm. Give us some information on the Angels. Nothing new. Everything we knew already. Said for starters, Ohtani. Actually, I'm not going to say. Go watch the video after. Then you'll find out what he said about Ohtani. Angels, but we know the Angels, they put 5 players on waivers. They put highlighting Giolito, Renfroe, Lopez, Grichuk. I'm missing one player. Who am I missing there?
Leon was put on waivers.
Him. Put 5 players on waivers. So I believe all of them were picked up. Interesting. I haven't seen this in a while. I don't think I've seen this in my lifetime of following baseball. Just imploding everyone. Like their trade deadline was like, this may have been the worst trade deadline I've ever seen.
Their trade deadline could have been that Dominic Leone trade. They traded Dominic Leone for Jeremiah Jackson, who was their number 8 prospect. I didn't even think the Mets would get a warm body for Dominic Leone. I'm going to be totally honest.
Well, what did he look like
He
as a
wasn't
Met?
really worth much.
Talk to me. What was his role with the Mets? I personally didn't follow what he did with the Mets. What was his role?
He was a bullpen guy. He was a straight just come into the game in the 5th and like
give you some innings. He
eats up innings, sure.
Yeah,
but
he's like a cleanup shop guy.
Yeah, he eats up some innings, sure. But
and they gave up a
and now they waive him.
Wow.
So now he's a Mariner, and the Mets got a number 8 prospect for that. That's a great trade by Billy Epler. I gotta say, because you know what, Epler, he was in the Angels system when Epler was the GM of the Angels, so he knew how good the kid was, and he knew that he could maybe try and get something going for that.
Interesting. I feel like that's such a good move.
Yeah.
Do you think this helps them with Ohtani possibly?
The Mets? No, I think Senga helps them with Ohtani. Senga played on the Japan team with him forever.
Okay, you have that. Does that mean what does that help with Yakamoto, whatever?
Yoshi Yamamoto?
Yeah, Yamamoto.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Mm-hmm. I think they played on the same team in the MPB together.
Who's their international advisor guy? He's doing a good job.
I'm not sure. Yeah, he is doing a great job. Originally, the Mets picked up Nelson Cruz in like 97 or something. Bet you guys didn't know that. And did you know, guess what Jose Quintana...
Ooh, that's immaculate grid business right there.
Yeah. Guess who Jose Quintana... But he never played, so it doesn't matter. You can't use it because he never played a game for them.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm curious to try that. Actually.
Guess who... I just know like history of teams and stuff, like who played for who.
That's crazy. By the way, Jeff was pulling out some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
on
I
our
know.
Immaculate Grid today.
Guess who?
Was he seriously expecting me to tell him one of these guys is wrong?
Guess who Jose Quintana originally signed with in 07 or 06?
Let me guess. Probably the Mets.
The Mets. He signed with the Mets. Yep.
And
then he returned.
How did I know that?
I don't know.
Did you know the Yankees? Crazy stat. The Yankees had like an interesting offer on Garrett Cole, like for like $1 million when he was with Pittsburgh. Before he went to Pittsburgh. That's like a crazy stat.
Was he was drafted. He's not international.
Actually really funny with that. My teacher told me about this. He's like, you got to make a video about this. I'm like, I guess I will. King Twister says Orioles versus Diamondbacks 2024 World Series. Gunnar Henderson.
That would be pretty awesome.
I love that call. I love it.
Billy Epler came from the Cashman train is better than Cat. Did he? What?
Billy Epler came from the Cashman train.
Shout out to the rookie. Shout out to the rookies. Great work. Thank you. Blood of Deep.
Thank you. Why, Ella? Why are you so down on Cashman? I get he's bad, but like I feel like you're.
Whoa.
I'm just asking.
No, Ella.
What do you say?
Interesting.
Could we put it on the screen? No, I can't.
It's not very family friendly.
Oh, I can't see the chat, so that's not on me.
Go to comments.
So I know something's blocking my screen right now, and I can't fix it. What? Oh, no.
All right. Well,
it moved up.
Move on now. We could talk about my Mets a little bit.
Oh boy.
It finally happened. Billy Epler made the call. He said, "Ronnie, get up here. Let's go. You're playing with the Mets, baby. It's all about the Mets, baby. It's about the Mets. It's all about the Mets. Let's go." Ronnie Mauricio is officially in the MLB with the New York Mets. I am pumped. Now Alvarez, Vientos, and Mauricio get to play together. My life is complete. And DJ Stewart walked it off with the hit by pitch. He got a double bubble crown. My life is absolutely complete.
By the way,
I could not be more happy. Honestly.
Are you looking forward to Ronnie Mauricio going down after for opening day next year?
I don't care. Do what happened to Alvarez. Alvarez hit 21 homers.
Eddie, you happy?
Alvarez hit.
I've never seen Eddie happier.
Alvarez hit 21 homers like mid-season one. So I don't care. Send him down. Whatever. Going back up.
Let me ask you this: would you trade Alvarez knowing
no
you can get
a
top catcher in the game? Whether that's
no.
It's not gonna happen, but let me ask: Would you trade Alvarez knowing you could get like a Will Smith or something?
No. I wouldn't trade Alvarez if it was for Shohei Ohtani. I'm being completely honest.
That's crazy.
I'm not trading Francisco Alvarez if it's for Shohei Ohtani.
L's in the chat for Eddie, guys. That's crazy.
Ohtani is almost 30, correct?
Do you seriously think Francisco Alvarez? You think Francisco Alvarez is going to turn into Shohei Ohtani?
21. You can't tell me you would do Shohei Ohtani for Francisco. That's stupid. Because you know that Alvarez would go and hit 320 with the Angels.
I'll
he would
tell
hit
you this.
40 bombs.
I'll tell you this. I would do that at this past trade deadline.
No.
Yeah, I would have fully done it.
Alvarez would go to the Angels. He would bat 350, hit 40-plus homers. No.
Let me talk to you about a specific. I'm telling you, I'm gonna.
Because you know what else? You know what else? Steve Cohen's money could come get Ohtani in the offseason. You know?
Let me ask you.
Do you hear me? Come on. Yeah, and Ohtani might never pitch again. Exactly.
Do you remember the name?
Ohtani can't pitch now. Ohtani can't pitch.
Do you remember the name?
Pitch. It's not worth it.
Jigga, can you mute him for a minute?
No, please, no.
Like the teacher, like now you have to raise your hand to talk. You remember the name Keibert Ruiz?
Keibert.
You remember?
Keyboard Ruiz.
You remember?
Yeah.
You're
on the Nationals.
I'm just trying to pronounce it right.
On the Nationals, Ruiz. Yeah.
Hillel, once you get to my age,
did Keibert Ruiz hit 21 homers his rookie season? I don't think so.
But he was a very hyped prospect.
Yeah, hyped prospect. This guy's hitting 20 bombs in the MLB.
I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
You can't tell me. You can't compare Keibert Ruiz to Francisco Alvarez.
That's a guy who's hitting home runs.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Bryce Harper. 300
Bryce
Harper, by the way,
is one of the greatest players in baseball right now. You can't tell me he's washed. You can't tell me he's a bust. There's no way you're comparing Bryce Harper. Why'd you say Bryce Harper? You can't bring up Bryce Harper in that conversation. Bryce Harper is probably the best outfielder of our generation.
Bryce Harper right now is the best player in baseball.
Right now?
Yeah.
Without Ohtani? Are you...
Ohtani actively...
Is Harper going to win...
Bryce Harper now is the best player in baseball.
Is Harper going to win NL MVP?
No.
Can Harper pitch? Well, neither can Shohei, so I eat my words. Eat my... Why are you laughing? It's not funny. You're losing the argument.
It's hilarious. No,
okay,
I'm not.
We can move on and we can talk about Bryce.
You just lost to yourself. Eddie, by the way, you're in charge of comments because I really can't see any of the comments. Okay. So you're like, if you want to put a comment on the screen, that's up to you because I can't see. So Bryce Harper 300 career. Oh, so like you can read it though. No, yeah. Bryce Harper 300 career home runs. He's been great for Philly. You think when he makes the Hall of Fame, he goes in with a Phillies cap on, correct?
Yeah, 100%.
I was thinking about this, but what if he doesn't win a World Series with Philly?
Eddie, chill. Harper is the best outfielder of our generation. That's my truck. But
no, Harper's better.
I honestly don't think so.
Fight me on it. Harper's better.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Hillel on this one. I think Harper's better than Trout. I'm sorry.
You seriously disagree with me.
I'm sorry. I think Harper is better than Trout. And as much as it pains me to say it, because I hate the Phillies with a passion. I hate the Phillies, hate the Braves. I hate the Yankees, but not as much as I hate the Braves and the Phillies. I hate the Phillies. But Bryce Harper is probably the greatest outfielder of our generation.
Yeah. By the way, the funnest reason why I agreed to do this podcast.
Trout's 200. Exactly.
Or why you agreed to do this podcast with me is fun because it's like we both like opposite teams. So it's like the best podcasts make the podcast that like rivals with like we have like great chemistry, but like we like fight about like we get into good arguments.
You also realize that half the games Harper would have played, Trout would have never played because of his injuries. Mm-hmm. Harper played through the postseason with I don't even know what, a million different things. He took his team to the World Series. Trout could never do that because, one, he's not on a team that could build a good team around him. Two, he's not on a team that could ever make a postseason run also. And three, he could never play through those injuries. So you're telling me Harper's not better than Trout? Yeah, fight me on it too. Come on.
Bet. Julio Rodriguez is injured now. He's also one of the great outfielders of our generation.
That Trout from 2013 to 21 was the best player on the planet. No one was competing with him because name other outfielders from 2013 to 2021 that were even like remotely like I don't even know who else played the outfield then. It was like Trout was just the only one who I feel like they all just disappeared from that. Like, I don't even know there was anyone. Like,
Let's talk about one of the current stars. Just got injured. Honestly,
bad for a team who's making a big playoff push now.
Yeah, it is bad. Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about this, Eddie.
With where the Mariners are right now, I really think it's insane, and it's annoying for Mariners fans. Because you get to this point and then your star player's injured. I just think it's sad. It's sad to see one of the greatest players right now go down like that. Same thing, like Ohtani. But yeah, it's sad. Yeah, I feel bad for J-Rod too, Jigga. Back in 2018, the Astros almost traded for interesting little fact.
Oh, I did know that, by the way. All right. I'm curious what Harper would be like with the Astros. If we can series to watch, we got a couple good series to watch.
Yeah, we got some good
series to watch. Series to watch.
Okay, so originally I was gonna pick the.
This was a funny story, actually. This was the first time me and Eddie were like doing like writing the script together.
Yeah.
And so like I was in the middle of we were both in the middle of typing the series that I picked that I had, and then Eddie had to change his. But I like both. I would have for sure taken Eddie's, but I like mine a lot because you can't go wrong with it.
I had to pick one from tomorrow because there's like 4 series tonight.
Dodgers Braves. Let's talk about it a little bit. Both MVP races, Acuna and Olsen for the Braves. Dodgers, right there.
Betts and Freeman.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's going to be a great series. Like a great series.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can move on to mine now. Like I said,
Maria got my call right. Dodgers Braves.
I had to pick one from tomorrow. I'm going Orioles D-backs. 2 very, very young squads. The Orioles got Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman over there. Well, on the D-back side, they have Corbin Carroll. They also have some
Zachary Gallen.
Yeah, Zach Gallen.
Is he still considered a young guy?
No, I don't think so. Both teams still have some pretty deep pitching. I think it was a nice pickup for the Orioles to go out and get Shintaro Fujinami from the A's. Nice little pickup for them. It's been okay for them. But I think it's going to be a cool series. 2 young teams and 2 teams that are battling for a playoff spot. Maybe not the Orioles as much as the D-backs are, but it's whatever. But now we can move on to my segment. Cue the music. We're going to Eddie's hot take. Get off the screen. Hello. I love when I'm all alone on the screen here. It's so nice. Like, I love it, It's thought my thing was falling there. It's such a nice thing because now I don't have to argue with him. But, who cares? Okay. I have the Dodgers sweeping the Braves. I don't know why, but I feel like the Dodgers are honestly going to sweep the Braves. They continue their 4-game win streak. They've been hot. It was 24 games in August. So, yeah, I think they could pull it off against the Braves. I think they sweep. I think that'd be pretty awesome. They continue the 4-game win streak. Hello, get back on here. Now you can argue with me, or I might mute you. So,
no, you're just wrong. Like that's not happening. I think the Braves. I think it's split.
The Mets almost.
They split. They split the series.
Okay.
That's what I go with. I think they split the series. I have no other opinion. I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue.
Good job, fellas. You guys are killing it. Shout out.
My little hot take on this is Matt Olson shows everyone why he's been so underrated in this season. Thank you. Appreciate that. We really do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
We appreciate every single one of you.
Guys, make sure you guys hit the like button. Hit that like button. I'm not good at that. I need to get a good like. Dude, be sure to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I need to get trained on that. I'm just like, guys, hit the like button for me. All right.
Make sure to like and subscribe right now, and I'll send you a cookie.
Yeah, he's better at it.
Send you an autographed Eddie Krause ball.
we're about to argue which player is worse. Dang, you've been terrible. These players have been terrible. Terrible.
They're both on bad teams too, or they were.
Ooh, boy.
One of them got released. One of them got waived.
Dang, you've been mad coming up. Dang, you've been bad is a segment where we like to talk about players, coaches, umpires, anybody in the game of baseball or not in the game of baseball, anybody related in this world that has just been absolutely terrible this week. I'm going with Timothy Hernandez, who's had a terrible season overall. I can't believe it's taken this long for us to get to him. There's just been so many bad players. It came across me when I was looking into the White Sox situation a little bit with what happened over there on Friday night. Don't really want to get into it, but something did happen there on Friday night. Tim Anderson. So Tim Anderson not doing well is something that really has hurt the White Sox. Pretty toxic on the field, it seems, as well. I won't get into the toxic part, but Eddie, who's your dang even bad?
Yeah, we saw him in the boxing match earlier this season with J Ram. My dang you've been bad is the City Field pretzel vendor. I'm just kidding. My dang you've been bad was a guy who was waived by the Angels recently. We got Hunter Renfroe. People say he's like Mike Trout's clone. I don't think so.
He is.
Because as much as I don't think Trout's better than Harper, Trout is still one of the best players in Major League Baseball. Yeah, he looks a lot like him, but he doesn't play a lot like him. He has been pretty terrible this season, enough to be waived by the Angels. So that's my dang you've been bad. And that concludes the segment, I guess.
I agree. Yeah. I like it. I like what we got for today. Tim Anderson's been terrible. Hunter Renfroe's been terrible. Little recap, a lot happened injuries-wise in baseball coming into the postseason. Hot, the Dodgers and the Braves. As my series to watch, Eddie's was Orioles, Diamondbacks. Next week, I think we're going to start talking about the postseason. A lot to start with there. Have some cool ideas, some fun games to talk about next week. Really excited. And Hector's in the chat. Thank you.
Do roll call?
Yeah, you could do roll call. Just hold up. Give me a minute. Yeah, I think we start postseason stuff next week. Me and Eddie both start school next week, which is exciting. So if anyone on here, I think we add a segment like math homework help. Should we do that?
Oh, yeah. I hate math. I hate math.
I think we had that segment. If we can do that. You know what? Do roll call, and I'll take us out.
All right. We got Shane in here. We got Dev. We got Jason, Sunil. We got CWE, King Twister, Blood of the Panther. Nice name. Dev again. We got Jigman Porto, the guy behind the scenes. Thanks for everything, Jigga. LA Yankee King. We got Maria, who came into the chat a little bit late. What was here? We got Jay Gons. And last but not least, we got Hector.
We apologize if we missed anyone. Today is Thursday, August 31st. If you haven't hit the like button, do be sure to hit that subscribe button. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rookie Podcast. This is episode number 20. That is 20. Thursday, August 31st. That is Eddie K. My name is Hillel K. We are signing off from the Rookie Podcast and saying see ya. Have a good night.